Hey folks, Stanley Landsblog here for November the 11th, 2017, 99 years ago, World War I ended. And at that time, thousands of Canadians returned home. They had no visible wounds, but the invisible wounds, the ones that were never spoken about, were devastating and robbed them essentially of the rest of their lives. Many, many, many never recovered because there was no treatment. There was no acknowledgement that this unseen illness really existed. It was a matter of toughness. The stigma was prevalent all through society. So you had this one profound group of very challenged people that came back from war, and the belief was if you were tough, you didn't suffer. The same thing in 1945 after World War II ended. All of these tens of thousands of warriors came back and tried to get back into civilian life. And many suffered the rest of their lives. Many drank every day. Many really never talked about it, never got over it. So there was this stigma in 1918 and in 1945 that existed in our society that said, you don't talk about these things. How different is it today? Sure, it's different. Absolutely. I mean, here I am talking about it. But still, there's still thousands of Canadians right now who are suffering in silence because they believe, like those who returned home from war in 1918 and those that returned home from war in 1945 and those that returned home from war in Korea and Afghanistan. Those soldiers profoundly gave so much to us. So I understand that I can in no way compare my illness to their illness, but I can compare the stigma in the world today to the stigma in the world then, and it still exists. You know, we look back and we scoff. We say, how could people have given so much and we just ignored them? But here we are in this day and age, still ignoring those who suffer in silence. So when I have this poppy on, and those who know me know that I am fascinated by World War II, but I'm also fascinated and heartbroken by those who suffered after they gave so much. We can't do anything for those in World War I, obviously, in World War II. We can do something for people that returned from Afghanistan. And you know what? We can do something for you. That's right, suffering in silence in a world today that still does not acknowledge the unseen illness as being the same as the seen ones. Yes, the analogy to returning from war still exists today. If you've got a visible wound, if you've got a visible illness today, then people will treat you and will treat you well and will treat you in a certain way. But if you can't see it, it's not the same. And I wanted to also say that I will respond tomorrow to Ann Thompson, who wrote regarding yesterday's I Understand You. And for me to prove it, that's how I finished it. She said, this is crucial. Back up your claim to understanding another by sharing an experience of your own that is similar. Make yourself vulnerable. I'll do that tomorrow. SickNotWeak.com. 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. I'm thinking that we should probably wear the other 364 as well.